Yes, viewers, I'm going to play you a little tune before I wrap it up tonight. For Father's Day, I got a lot of present for Father's Day for my son. One of them is a doctor, as you know. Got a lot of present from him. A lot of, other words, gift cards. From $100 on to everything you could think of. I think he gave me four cards for Father's Day. Probably somewhere around $300 to $400. That's pretty good when your kids give back to you. And I got some from my son that lived with me, Mark, and he often gave me one the other day for $199 and gave me another one in place to go to eat. So I've been getting some nice gifts for my Father's Day. I hope you got some gift for yours. I know it's not the idea that we're looking for gift from our children just because it's Father's Day. They can give me a card and say, thanks for being a father. That's good enough for me. I did have some kids that told me just that. I was also able to reach my son in Australia a couple of days ago. This is about the wonderful Father's Day I ever got. I hadn't seen him in 15 years. He lived in Australia. And then I got another son that was in Idaho. I got in touch with him yesterday. I was able to see his picture and see what he looked like. I hadn't seen him over 40 years ago. So it was a great day for me to see my two sons that scattered distant. I don't know where Idaho is. I know it's in the United States. And Australia, I know it's hard to get my son back and forth. It costs so much money to go over there. Not that you need to know this, but some of you viewers does know my sons. And I just want to let you know I was able to see them through some kind of network and in Australia and also in Idaho. So I got a chance to see them in person. Believe me, I'm glad I didn't have to travel and they didn't have to travel. But I got a lot of gift from them and I gave gift to them. I gave one person $1,000, and that's one of my sons I hadn't seen in 40-some years. And my daughter came down, which worked for the LAPD. She came down and visited me, took me out to Sharkey. I had a good Father's Day gift present yesterday. I hope, Rena, I'm saying this, I hope all you guys that his father had a great day too. I mean, not that I enjoy all the gift. I did enjoy that because they know that's what I like. But I was glad to see him. I see my daughter, see my two sons. Well, like I said, one I hadn't seen in 15 years in Australia. I was able to talk with him, see him now through some kind of network. And I was able to see my other son, 40-some years in Idaho. I hadn't seen him. And my daughters and all of them. And then my other son, which is a doctor, he sent me all kinds of cards. So I had a nice Father's Day, what I'm trying to say. Not that you need to know, but I do know you know my kids. Because especially the doctor, because he's well known. And I know you know my other son, was a football player, football, out of Atlanta, Georgia. And the other son, he's a warehouse worker in Idaho. And I know you know my daughter, she came down too. I know some of my viewers. She came down, she worked for the LAPD. And the other daughter, she teaches school. So they scattered out. They came and gave me gift. Some of them sent gift. I was glad to get that too. But anyway, that's enough about me. I've decided to play a little note here and wishing you a happy Father's Day. All of the men that got children. Remember, they don't have to give us gift. They can just tell us they love us. That is the greatest gift that you can give when someone, and they all told me they love me. That made me feel good. Actually, one of my sons was Brian. So, I had a nice Father's Day. I just want to let you know, viewers. And I hope you had a nice Father's Day too. Okay? And I hope everybody else watched a few viewers I got on YouTube. I hope you guys had a nice Father's Day. Children is something that, at least if they can tell you they love you and you can see them, because a lot of them is in jail or gone or got hurt or this and that. So though we lucky to have children left to see. So I decided I'll let you know about mine. You can let me know about yours if you want it through the email, especially the viewers I know and they know all my kids. And I know some of yours too. Okay? So have a good one. This is Leon Kidd from YouTube channel. Letting you know God allowed my kids to get in touch with me. I hadn't seen in one in 40 years and the other one in 15 years. And they was able to be very appreciated talking to me. So have a good one, and I hope you had a nice Father's Day. Everybody, especially all men that got kids. All fathers that got kids. Even if you don't have kids, you was a father to foster home kids. That's just as good too. Remember, God, we are God's children. So he claims us. Okay, have a good one. This is Leon.